Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today is a special video. I had a viewer reach out to me after they watched my Nalbinding shawl getting made and wanted to know how to turn the work. So today that's what we're going to do. I just made up a quick little starting shawl for this video, and apologies for it being stark white, but I did want to show that there are two small little bumps at the very end of the work that are hidden stitches, at least hidden in my opinion. And so we're gonna work 2 loops into those so that we've got a full row done before we add 2 independent stitches that aren't connected to any of our previous work. Here are those 2 stitches getting finished, and this is the last one, which is the hardest one to kind of see when you're working just in general. It likes to hide behind that first one that I did. Now here we have the full row done with all of the hidden stitches added in. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking the 2 independent stitches that are not connected to any of the previous work, so they are new added stitches. So I'm just doing, that's the first one, and then I'm doing the second one right here. And then this is where we start to turn the work. So I'm taking that last one off, and I'm going to anchor it with my index finger so that it doesn't move and I don't lose it. And then that very first bump that you see is going to be the start of the new row. And so sometimes it can be a little confusing when I pull the yarn through what is the second bump to go through, but after that one it gets really easy to figure out where all of the new stitches go. So if you have a question about it, I'm showing right here that that is the next bump. So this next bump, and you can tug on the yarn if you need to see where your first stitch went. And this will be the second stitch, and then we'll go along the entire row again like we did and find those hidden stitches to make sure we have a full row, and then I will add the 2 independent stitches and then turn the work again. Really easy. Now here we have what is the start of the Nalbinding shawl, the new one, and I'm going to show you just again where these hidden stitches are because I think it's important. So when they start overlapping one another and they kind of curl onto one another is where it sort of gets a little hard to find and hidden. And so when you're at the end of your work, it's important to catch those 2 stitches. It's important to this pattern to keep all of those stitches going in this particular pattern. Now if you want to make the angle steeper, I would add 3 or 4 extra stitches at the end, or if you want a narrower angle, it would be 1 stitch added at the very end. But this is just a pattern I made up, and so you can alter it any way you want. In this last portion, I'm just going to show you on my original Nalbinding work that these are the hidden stitches at the very end of the work that I would wind up finding to complete my row before adding my extra stitches.